So today we are going to tackle the topic of skincare mistakes. I have been overwhelmed by the amount of people who ask me pretty basic questions about their skin. And they seem basic to me because I've been studying skin and I've been using products for my skin, and I've just been in the whole beauty skincare world for so long that some simple questions actually make me think. And I think that the greater society and more people would benefit from some of these skincare mistakes being explained, and maybe even rewinding those mistakes and just being taught for the first time the way things are. So in this series, I have 5 of my top skincare mistakes that I've identified. And the first one today is about cleansing. Personally, when I do a facial, I spend a disproportionate amount of time cleansing the skin than I do treating the skin or protecting the skin. And the reason for that is because it's so important for your skin to be completely refreshed, and all of the environmental pollution and dirt and oil and makeup and just bacteria and fungus and viruses, it's so important for all of that stuff to be removed from your skin so that when you go in to apply a serum or a treatment or a toner or a retinol or an antioxidant or an acid, that those things are actually doing the work that they have been designed to do, and they're not being either deactivated by the junk that's still on your skin. So if you have been washing your face regularly, but you only massage the cleanser into your skin for 30 seconds or less and then you rinse, you're not cleansing your face correctly. That is my first and my top skincare mistake. So let me explain the way that I would recommend that you wash your face. Always start, well, let me back up. I'll leave you on a cliffhanger there. I guess I'm gonna walk through an evening skin cleansing that I would recommend, and then I'll explain the difference between before you go to bed washing your face and then when you wake up washing your face, because you should be washing your face twice a day. Whoever told you different is lying to you. No, I'll get into that. Let's talk about your evening, okay? You're going to need to double cleanse. Double cleanse. Everyone should be double cleansing, okay? And I also think, as a side note, you need to be double shampooing, because under your hair is skin that we like to call our scalp, but it's still skin. And first and foremost, you need that first cleanse to remove dirt, oil, pollution, makeup, sunscreen, everything, right? You need it to just, that's all the purpose of that first cleanse is. And because when you're mixing a cleanser onto dirt and grime and stuff on your face, you are diluting and limiting the power of that first cleanser to actually cleanse. So like in science, when you combine two things together, like oil and dirt, that oil is now limited to the dirt that it's been mixed with, and it can't continue to be a pure oil because now it has grimy stuff in it. So the same is true for your cleanser. That first cleanser isn't doing very much cleansing. It's literally just removing. So I highly recommend that your first cleanse in your double cleanse process, the first product you use should be an oil-based product. I personally love the Inkey List Oat Milk Cleanser, I believe it's called. I am going to be doing a YouTube video on a product haul, and I will show you that bottle in that video. So be looking for that. So that first cleanse, whether you use the oat milk cleanser or something else, I think it should be an oil cleanser. I've also used the Neutrogena body oil, the sesame fragrance-free body oil, which is basically the same basic oil that is in Dermalogica's pre-cleanse, which is very popular, and it's very pleasant to use. It is a beautiful cleansing oil, but it's so expensive that I don't think it's worth the money. So let me back up and say your first cleanser should be an oil cleanser, and it should be cheap. The ingredients should be clean, they should be nice, but you do not need to be spending $50 on this product in your skincare, because it's literally just to remove junk and then you wash it down the drain. So don't put your money there. So you're going to apply this first cleanser in your double cleanse process onto dry skin, okay? So you're dispensing it into your hand. The amount that you use should be at least a quarter to a $50 size. I mean, that's why I recommend that this be a more affordable product in your routine, because you're going to be using a lot of it every time you use it. So be generous with the oil and go into dry skin. And I think you should start with your cheeks, with your flat hands, with all of that product, go up onto your forehead, down your neck, and then finish with your eyes, being extremely gentle around the eyes. Be gentle on your eyebrows, because you can definitely accidentally exfoliate some of your brow hair off, and I don't think you want to be doing that. And then also on your lashes, be extremely gentle, but rub and massage that oil into those lashes. You want to condition the lashes, but also remove any of the mascara or any of the viruses or junk or bugs or all of that stuff, guys. All of that stuff that we do have on our skin. And once you know, you can't unknow, and you want to just get it off, okay? So go slow, massage the oil in, get everything loosened up and ready to wash off. And then I recommend either using a washcloth or the reusable cotton rounds. Get some warm water and run your item under the warm water, get it nice and saturated, and then lean over your sink so that you're not bringing a wet, soggy item up towards your face, because gravity in washing your face is not fun. And so you'll get the water all running down your arms towards your elbows, which is not fun for anyone. So lean over your sink and gently massage that warm, water-soaked item all over your face, and really take your time to make sure that everything comes off. If you're using a good cleansing oil cleanser for this step, you shouldn't have a greasy residue, you shouldn't have makeup smudges still all over. This step, if you've got a good product, it should completely remove everything. And then you can, if you need to, you can run that washcloth or round under the water again, wring it out, and use it again and flip it over to continue to make sure that all of that oil cleanser has come off your skin. And then after you've done that, your skin should still be damp from that water on the washcloth or whatever. And that's when you go in with either a gel or a cream-based cleanser. Now, this is where you are going to have some active ingredients that could either exfoliate the skin or rehydrate the skin or just nourish the skin. There's things from, chemical acids or fruit enzymes, antioxidants. You could have hyaluronic acid. You could have different types of milks and creams and different ferments or whatever. There's so many different great cleansers out there. But what I don't want to see in your cleanser is a harsh detergent. So what I'm talking about is the Neutrogena in the clear pump with that orange gel on the inside. That has, I believe, straight sodium lauryl sulfate as the second ingredient. Guys, that is going to strip your skin of everything that is meant to be there. And you don't need that. So don't use a cleanser that has a harsh detergent in it. But make sure you do use a cleanser after your first cleanse. Use a second cleanse, because that cleanse is actually cleaning your skin, but not stripping it. So for the second cleanse, I can use less because I am not going in, as intensely to get everything off, but I'm still probably using a good nickel to quarter size amount of a creamier cleanser. And just because it doesn't have a detergent in it doesn't mean that some of them won't still lather. So I'm going to be creating a like a catalog of all of the different products that I've ever tried and putting them into categories of like cleansers that are gel-like that don't lather, and cleansers that are milky-like and creamy or like a lotion, and cleansers that are like a lotion but once they add water they turn into a foamier experience. And so hopefully that will be helpful in the future for you in making like purchasing decisions or whatever. But for now, go in with your cleanser. Again, starting around the eyes, and I really massage cleanser into my nose, you guys, like into the crook and crevices of my nose, because the only place on my face where I struggle with excess sebum production is on my nose. So I do end up with blackheads there, and in the corners here, I get closed comedones, and it's just, that's the area that my face needs more attention with cleansing. And so I really massage. And this is the step, like in a facial, like I was saying, where I do the most massage. So you're gonna wanna get the blood flowing. You're gonna wanna rub your fingers up your jawline and around your cheekbones and into your temples and into the crook and crevices of your nose. Like, just take the time to spread the cleanser generously across your whole face, and be mindful of the pressure. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want any broken capillaries or anything like that, but just really take the time with this step because it is so important in getting a proper cleansed face in order for the rest of your skincare routine to have the benefit that you want it to have. Whew. So you probably have some questions as far as follow-up, as far as, putting this into practice for yourself. So please let me know in the comments or leave a rating and review and ask me a question. Let me know your personal situation and how cleansing your face has been a challenge for you. And I would be happy to have a conversation about that or have another episode where I address specific issues. So you've done that, you've massaged it all in, and now you need to rinse. So you have a couple different options with this second cleanser, because the first cleanser, we had junk on our face, and that's why I highly recommend either using a washcloth or cotton rounds to physically remove that oil off. It's a lot more difficult, in my opinion, to just go in with water in your hands and get the oil and junk off your face. You physically need something that kind of sloughs it all off. Is that how you say that word? Slough it off. Anyway, but the second cleanse, you have a choice. You can do the same thing again and use either a washcloth or a cotton round, or you can go in with just the water and bend over your sink and use that water in a repeated motion to really get that cleanser off. After that step, I recommend, using a clean towel to pat your skin dry. Also, as a side note, make sure that you are washing your facial towels in a detergent that is very, 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 very safe and gentle. You probably don't want any artificial fragrances in your facial towels or anything that's going to be up on your intimate skin, because it can cause irritation over time. And a lot of times people don't realize that it's their towels or their cotton rounds that have been washed in either harsh detergents or with a fragrance that over time builds up a sensitivity on the skin. So keep that in mind. So you've used your towel and you've moved on with the rest of your nighttime routine, right? So you go to bed, you sleep, and unless you wash your pillowcase every single day and you don't use any moisturizing ingredients that have leftover vitamin A or E or ceramides, then you don't have to wash your face in the morning. But most of us lay down on a pillowcase that's a day or two used, and also like to kind of toss and turn around. So, my hair might be on the pillowcase for half the night, and then my face might be on that same spot for half the night. So when I wake up in the morning, I've got brand new junk on my face. I've got bacteria from my pillow. I've got hairspray residue from my hair. It's a hot mess. And then, the moisturizers that you used the night before need to be removed, because you don't want to go in with new moisturizer on old moisturizer for the next day. So I honestly think that your AM skin cleansing routine can be whatever cleanser you feel like your skin needs for that day. Sometimes I use my oil to cleanse my skin in the morning, because I know that my moisturizer is an oil soluble substance and it's going to be removed just as well with an oil as it would with a creamy or a gel-like cleanser. It'll be removed either way. So you could go in with either one in the morning and then follow that with whatever serums and SPF you want to use for the day and call it good. Again, though, take extra time to massage in the morning, especially if you wake up and you struggle with water retention or puffy eyes or anything like that. Like, you can get your lymphatic system flowing and draining and depuff the skin just with some intentional, slow self-care by doing the massage and cleansing your skin in a way that's going to be more beneficial for the health and the hygiene and just the overall care of your skin. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that all of those steps are easy to implement. One of the things that I think is important when trying to set up these new habits, when you're trying to change the way that you used to do things to what I've just recommended is write out the steps and post it on a little sticky note on your mirror, wherever you have your skincare, whatever bathroom you use, put it on the mirror right there. And then also leave your cleansers out on the counter. I like to ideally wash my face around 7:30 to 8:30 at night, and I don't go to bed until 9:30 or 10. The reason I do that is because I want to ensure that I get it done. First and foremost, I never go to bed with my face dirty, never go to bed with makeup on. And so I do it earlier to ensure that I'm not too tired or too distracted. And then also I give my skin time to really soak in all of the active ingredients and the moisturizers that I've put on my skin. So leave it out where you're gonna see it, and then couple this skincare routine with something that you already do. So for me, that is putting my younger kids to bed. Their bedtime is between 7:30 and 8:30, and so in that window, when I'm working with them and getting them ready, I'm also washing and cleansing and treating my skin at the same time. So for me, it's a win-win to do it that way. Hopefully you can find something that will work for you too, because one of the next skincare mistakes is not being consistent. We're gonna get into that, so hang tight. That'll be another episode. I really hope that you benefited from this and you learned something, so please let me know if you did. And again, if you want to hear more from me, just come on back to this. I hope to be doing more episodes really soon. Again, thanks for listening and watching, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.